Hi guys, so I've never really done a full video on this, and it's something that I'm going to start talking about more because I believe it's very detrimental to your mental health and everything, and it's being accepted by society as something that's completely normal, and I want to question that more, and that is the subject of pornography and how people are being exposed at such a young age before their sexuality has even developed. They're being exposed to this kind of imagery, and what kind of damage is that doing? I started to get very angry when I started to realise that potentially my sexuality has been hijacked by a corporation, pretty much something that's very integral to who you are as a human being is being programmed almost by a corporation. And people don't stop to think that maybe, just maybe, that their tastes and what they are watching is not really who they are. It's just been programmed in them from years of just exposure, even on normal TV, magazines, obviously the obvious pornography. So yeah, if you're somebody that's on the NoFap journey, just try and look at it from that point of view, that what you are struggling with is something that's been exposed to you probably at an early age, and it's a corporation making money from kind of, you know, messing with something that's integral to who you are. Anyway, I just wanted to speak about my personal journey with NoFap, and I've been probably doing NoFap now for about 4 years, and I'm at the pit stage where now I'm 8 months porn clean, and I don't see myself ever going back because my mindset's just changed so much. And I just wanted to let you know that it can be very lonely place to be when you really can't see a way out, and you know, you really feel like you've been hijacked almost. And there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you will get to a stage where it is no longer appealing to you. It's very interesting when those circuits in your brain have been destroyed from not being used, that you look back and you go, I don't understand. I don't understand why I was even into this stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's really been with the longest extension I've had. You know, I had about 2 year period before now where I was going about 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks per relapse. And I've really educated myself on the subject. I recently read a book called The Porn Myth, which was, you know, I knew a lot about the psychological aspects, but it was nice to be even more educated on the subject. But I would say, if you're struggling with NoFap right now, educate yourself more and build the life you want so that you can avoid being like in a situation that you will relapse. Yeah, I'll speak more about that in depth. I think that needs a whole nother video because there's social anxiety and everything else that's attached to that, which I didn't leave my house for quite a few years. I had a chronic illness, everything else. If you're someone that's feeling very tired, you might be interested in my other videos. If you have a chronic illness, even more so. But one thing I will quickly mention is how I started to realise that what it appears on the surface as just being a sexual thing, I realised it wasn't, and I realise that even more now. And how I started realising this was every time I felt like I had an urge to do that or watch pornography, I would sit back and examine my feelings, and there was always some kind of frustration, boredom, anxiety was a huge one, you know. Whenever I was anxious and I just wanted to get rid of that feeling. I built this circuit in my head that every time I was anxious or angry or frustrated or lacking direction in my life or any kind of these things, I would feel compelled to seek that out because it would just numb those feelings out, and it got rid of them in the short term, but it always made me feel a lot worse afterwards. Anyway, this is just kind of an introductory video to see if there's people that are kind of interested in hearing my story, and just ask me anything you want. I struggled with this. I mean, I was exposed at such an early age. I was 9 years old or something when I was first exposed. I never seeked it out. It was just showed to me, and I just, yeah. It shocks me now, the idea of seeing something like that at the age of 9 or 10. Anyway, a bit of a rambling video. Not the cleanest video I've ever done, but it's a bit cold. Yeah, so if you're interested in more about my story or anything like that, comment on below, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you thought it was shit or whatever. Anyway guys, I'll see you next video.